Alright, looks like we're live. Welcome to the Joy of Kaizo. I'm going to show you through Bob Ross's beautiful pictures and hoping not to die too often while showing them. So we're going to play beginner today, since there's 3 difficulties. Moderate I'm working on right now, at the moment offline. Advanced has so far been beaten by no one but the creator of the hack himself. So I'd say we start on 3, 2 and 1 and let's see what goes. So our task is to find freedom, and to find freedom we must beat the devil out of the hack. And not only the devil, but because you guys did the donation incentive, we're actually going to beat the devil and his friends out of this hack. Okay, so expect me to die a lot, because this is Kaizo, and in Kaizo you die. As you can already see, we're in the first level, Nature Splendor, and all the levels are named after some of Bob Ross's Joy of Painting episodes. So in this case, Nature Splendor, you can see the beautiful picture in the background, and all of those levels have Bob's paintings as backgrounds, and we should not have died here. Alright, here we go. Yeah, this hack is the perfect opportunity to spread your Kappa Ross and Bob Ross emotes if you have any. We're going to the beach now. Pretty straightforward level. There's a couple of skips we can do. One right here, which is pretty risky. That's why I'm not doing it at the moment. Oh my god. Got greeted by the chuck gate in this level. Alright, now here we can bait the wave fins, going for me a bit early, so we can actually spawn the beetle a bit earlier. And this is what we're trying to do in a lot of skips. Baiting enemies to appear earlier or spawning and despawning them. Yeah, Joy of Kaizo is Super Mario World ROM hack, and that's a special one as it's a Kaizo ROM hack. Kaizo ROM hacks are known for being pretty hard and usually having only one solution to beat the level. So if you get a power-up, which we will see in a short time, this power-up will have one purpose: to get me through one obstacle, and then it will be gone. Okay, another try. There we go. See, here's our mushroom. We can use that to break those rocks. And as soon as we are at the end of this line, there's Munches waiting for us, waiting to kill me. So I lose my power-up again. Next up is Forest Down. It's always pretty nice to see which season, which episode the image in the background was featured in. And you can really see that the creator, Naro Google, who made this hack, has given the aesthetics of this hack a big thought. The outline you can see here is what Kaizo is most renowned for. These are Kaizo blocks. They are usually invisible to make the player bonk his head and die in the most unpleasant way if you don't know where it is. But since Kaizo blocks are kind of an old feature in Kaizo hacks and creators have gotten more creative in their terrorizing the players, a lot of creators actually now use them to make the jumps harder, but show where they are. So this went pretty well. There's a lot of opportunities in this level to screw up. Next level is pretty classical for Kaizo ROM hacks. We're having a Yoshi Eater. Yoshi Eater means we gotta feed the baby Yoshi, you can see on the right here, and make him grow to a normal Yoshi. And for that we have to first finish this shell jump. Okay, so this level is actually more of a puzzle than a real challenge, as I need to figure out, oh my god, which things you need to feed the Yoshi in which order to make him grow up. And then, as you can see now, oh my god, that should not have happened. Okay, let's focus on feeding him first. There we go, fully grown Yoshi, which can now stomp the P switch and grab the blue shell to fly. And as with power-ups, Yoshis also have a purpose to get Mario, or in this case Bob Ross, through an obstacle, and then they're disposed of, as you can see here. Okay, got the shell trick in once. Yeah, usually Yoshi's life is as short-lived as that, if not even shorter in Kaizo. You will be able to meet Yoshi later again, but it's going to be an even shorter opportunity. Okay, in this level we'll do a lot of jumping and spinning, with a rather mean jump right before the end. So the first half is not that bad actually, as you can see. Right before checkpoint I have to do get these flying Koopas, dodge the munches in the end. Here I have the possibility to despawn the fireballs of the fire plant. And we're now approaching that mean jump because... Okay, that was not what I wanted to do. But I can show you the despawning of the fireballs again. Because I need to do a near perfect jump on some bullet builds before getting a flying Koopa. And if I don't hit the Koopa in the right position, I won't be able to get on this ledge. Yeah. You've just seen it. Of course, just for showing you how it's not done. And this time we're going to do it in style. Alright, waiting for the bullet builds. And we're here. Try not to kill ourselves with the shell. And we're approaching our first boss level. There are 3 bosses in total in the set, after 6th, 12th and 18th exit. And in days gone by, there's the boss is probably the easiest thing about this level, because this level is a true time sink. As you can see, it's a super. There's 3 sections plus a boss in total. Oh no. And the first section is a super slow auto-scroller. And if I die at the wrong place here, in this case it was not that expensive, but if I die in the wrong place here, I can lose up to 50 seconds with one death, which is usually a reset. Alright, gonna bait these spikes early. Now we need this stone boo to get over the gap. Don't want to die here. Alright, and we've done the first section. Second section is way easier, but it's also on auto-scroller. So there's a pretty nasty jump in the end of this. You don't want to fail, because this is going to cost you a lot of time again. It's like that all the time with auto-scrollers in SMW Kaizo, since you can never save time on them. That's the jump, we got it. We get to the third section, final section before the boss, and it's everybody's darling, the fishing boo. Fishing boos are hated in Kaizo community since they have the weirdest possible movement. They match Mario's speed up to a certain point, and fly around in ellipses beyond him, beneath him. Okay, so this boss, if you're doing it as intended, it's actually quite hard. You have to balance on that disco shell, hit the on-off switch at certain times, so the ceiling will go up again and not get squashed by it. But we're cheesing it. Okay, we did not cheese it, that's actually super bad. And we're going to reset. Oh my god. Now this time we'll get it. Okay. Yeah. We kill the disco shell. We got 2 blocks in the middle, which we can use to hit the boo a second and a third time. In this case we have to wait a little, that was also not perfect, but we got our first boss done. So next stop is the devil. This level not only marks like the half of any percent, you can also see a spiking in difficulty after this. So from now on levels will get harder. There's another difficulty spike after the any percent castle. And we're at the windmill. And for everyone who's into Kaizo ROM hacks and has played a bit of Grand Poo World 1, this music should give you the Cornbilly flashbacks. So in order to let you enjoy this beautiful music, I will shut up for a minute and let you enjoy this awesome music, which everyone basically hates. No! Oh my god, that was the final jump. We should not have failed that. Okay, so now I guess you had a lot of time to enjoy this properly. Yeah, as you can see, the whole level is kept in a country-like style. Same with the music, of course. We were pretty close to the end already. Managed to make a little mistake to let you enjoy the music a bit more. But now we're finally out. And if you did not think that music was horrible. Imagine playing this in your first playthrough and one of the higher difficulties for 3 hours straight. You're not that fond of it then anymore. Alright, time for climbing. We are climbing the majestic pine. There's a skip here, which I failed on the first try. Going to do it if I die again. But so far we're doing it the intended way. Waiting for the Galumba to flip so we can grab that vine and get up here. So here's another skip we can do. If we manage to be fast enough on that shell, we can just climb up without worrying about any of the bullet bills, do a shell jump and get to the second half. Because all of that climbing up the pine was just for the purpose of going down it again. Apparently. Because it seems to be a big hassle to just walk around the tree, we climb it up and climb it down on the other side. No. There we go. Release the fuzzy, which will keep with us on the rest of our way down. We need that fella. Oh my god. Yeah, it's hard to believe, but we're actually still on a good pace right now. Because even the world record, which is pretty optimized by now, still has 2 deaths. That's of course a lot less than this has, but there's a lot of room for improvement. The 100% world record is has even more time possible. Okay, next level, Evergreens at sunset. It's again somehow going, instead of going up and down again, it's going right and left again. So we got this P-switch and we gotta make it to the end of this level by the end of the P-switch, which we just made. Grab that key and make it back. And this timing these red shells is actually the hardest part of the level, because it's easy to miss them. And if you do, if you miss them, you lose a lot of time because you have to redo the first half completely. So you can lose a lot of time in this level. But we made it this time. Gotta hop on these Koopas and wait for the disco share to arrive. Alright, and we got the exit. So it's time for our one and only underwater level in this hack, the Graceful Waterfall. We're going to swim up a waterfall. And what we're trying to do here in the beginning is to one cycle it. One cycling means we want to get up to these throw blocks you can see before they disappear again. And we need to be really fast for that, and it does not work all the time, and it's possible to smash yourself with that. So there's a lot of uncertainties. But if we don't make it, like I just did, we can wait for the throw blocks to come back and do it the intended way. So it's not a risky strat, unless you smash yourself between the block and the wall. So coming up to the checkpoint. And don't be surprised, this is actually intentional. Because it gives me the opportunity to reset the background layer. So I can go up further faster. Okay, gotta kill this football chuck, or this chuck, because if we don't, he might glitch up to the fish, and that could be very, very risky when we're doing this. We don't want to chuck around at that time. Oh my. Okay, second try. This time we're going to get past. And we could do another skip up here and doing a shell jump above this obstacle. And then with that, one cycling the part above Bob. But we're not going to do this since we only found out that trick in our racing community recently. And my chances of doing this trick at the moment are around 5%. So not exactly speedrunning material. Alright. We free the fish and jump into the muncher. We're jumping in a lot of munchers today. Again. Okay, I guess it's time to finish this. Oh. You've seen enough of the waterfall. Okay, going up here again. And this time we can get on this appearing platform and get the fish orb to continue. So good job on climbing that waterfall, Bob. Now try to dodge a couple more of those munches, because we need to be a bit faster. Moving up to the campfire. If you see this level, you're thinking this is final level material. Because look at that setting. If this does not say, okay, there's a devil waiting for you, what does? But it's actually not. It's the level before any percent castle, so right before beating the devil. We have to get through this, I assume, burning forest, kind of. We're trying to do another skip here. But we're only going to try this once, as if I fail like that, it's going to cost a lot of time. So this time we're doing it a bit slower. Wait until the potter bows, these fireballs with ice who just flew by, disappear, and dodge the thwimp, the small thwomp. And make it hopefully careful to the checkpoint. Yes, we did it. So, coming up is kind of level usually called Ultra Star. A lot of timed platforms, tight jumps, falling platforms, and usually a lot of Kaizo blocks. And we're going to approach what is probably the most blind section in SMW I have ever seen. Because it's not like you do jumps into nothing. You just don't see anything. So around 90% of your screen are blocked by clouds. We can only see the platforms we have to land on. But if you know how to play Mario, as Kaizo players usually do, you know that Mario's always on the same position in screen. Which would mean you can actually assume where he will land on these platforms. So, any % castle, the nightlight. We got 5 screens before the boss, each with a checkpoint. And we're starting off with the second least favorite enemy, which is the Fugufish. Because Fugufishes have super weird movement. They somehow follow Mario, but at a pretty weird speed. And it's possible to slip off the Fugufish if you don't match the speed of it. Additionally, we have dolphins which try to get us out of our spin jump. So we land on the spikes of the Fugufish, but we got rid of them. Approaching the lighthouse where the devil is waiting for us. There we can see it in the background. We're climbing up the rock where it's standing on. Dodge this saw on the way. And there's our lighthouse. And on top of that lighthouse, the devil will be waiting for us. Again, pretty straightforward screen, as it's usual in Kaizo. There's not many variabilities you can do. Now in this screen I'm going to try a skip which has not been done in runs before. And the setup so far looks pretty good. I got the drop to keep that red shell. Usually you're supposed to get rid of it. It hits an on-off switch and the room is alighted again. But we are trying to do a double shell jump, which you've just seen. So first time this is actually recorded. To get us faster up and doing the room in the dark. So we're at the devil now. You can easily identify him. He's got horns. And again, we're trying to fast cycle him. For that we need to do 3 frame perfect grabs, jump grabs, to get these throw blocks. Try not to die now. Perfect. Can hit him now with a back throw. And one more hit. That was too early. That was a miss. Okay, we're going to try it in a more slow manner now. Since we don't want to die again. Then we don't need to do a frame grab actually. Oh my god, no. Okay, the devil's keeping up a good fight today. He does not want to give Bob Ross the freedom he so desperately seeks. Okay, now this time we jump at the right time. We kick it up. And this would be any %. So around 29 minutes for any %. That's a pretty bad time actually. But you were able to see Bob Ross' death animation, which is pretty beautiful a lot of times. So that's why we did this. Okay, in perfect Bob Ross manner, he paints over the castle, shows one of his beautiful landscapes, and we've beaten the devil out of the hack. Now we need to find the devil's friends, and in order to do so, we're going to see some landscapes not done by Bob Ross himself, but by some of his friends, which we have here, who appeared in his show. So this is by, I don't remember the name, and I was too slow to read it in the title screen. I think it's Dorothy. I'm sorry, I don't know the last name. Dent? Yeah. Anyways, we have another auto-scroller, this time with ice mechanics. And that jump you just saw on the piranha plant is probably the most difficult one of the first half. We just need to get through this chuck gate and do another intentional death to get the screen a bit further faster. Got our checkpoint. This time we have to free the way for the saw 2 times. Got it the first time, missed the saw after that. Not the perfect way, but it's one way, of course. It won't bring us to the goal, though. Dorothy Dent, it was. So I was right. Okay. Approaching the final obstacle, which is jumping above some death blocks. And this is probably what kills me most often, because Bob loves to die here. And we did. Just to show you, it's actually easy to die here. Thank you, Bob. So going to balance a bit on saws again. Now this time we'll try to find our way to the exit. Oh my god. Got to focus a bit now, since I want to show you some more levels after all. And the devil's friends are still somewhere around. Okay, approaching final obstacle again, dodging these spikes. And this time hopefully going for the goal. God! Yeah, lots of happy little souls here, which are happy to give Bob his death animation, I guess. But you can see, we've now reached the 3rd part of this hack, and the difficulty shot up again. Okay, maybe this time we can get it. This is looking good. Yes, we can get the orb, and we're finally out of the sourcescape and can move on into the mountains. And by that I mean the Mountain Beauty, done by Dana Jester. This time I read it. And it's going to be a fuzzy level. So there's a lot of on-off switches going to be here. And I don't really have an option to skip anything, since I have to take this fuzzy with me, because I need him. Because there's no ground here. Oh my. Okay, so we were just unlucky and hit the same boulder twice right after each other. Because of that I kind of lost control of Bob here. And he fell down the mountains. So we gotta make sure this time that this does not appear. This does not happen again. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, this time he did not fall. We're approaching the checkpoint. And we're there. Now it's time for a bit of juggling. I have to hit these on-off switches 4 times, so the fuzzy does not fall off. Do a shell jump, use a shell here again, use a shell here again, and hit the fuzzy one more time mid-air to get to the goal. So second half went way better than the first. And because we're on the mountain now, or past the mountain, we're back in the snow again. And we're going to do a lot of sliding this time, because this is going to be a Fire Flower sliding level. Also pretty typical for Kaizo ROM hacks. So what we need to do is keep up with the torpedo you see beneath me. Need to damage boost ourselves here. And then balance on this. No! Oh my god, that's like the last jump we had to do. So you can see the sliding again, of course. I'm happy to provide a replay. I hope Bob does not want to show another replay. But I guess we're on the same wavelength then. No, we're not. We are not. Oh my. Okay, we won't be able to make this. Damage boost ourselves again, and this time hopefully make it above both munchers. Oh my god. And there we go. So no more ice mechanics for now. We're approaching the, in my opinion, most beautiful level in this hack, Anatomy of a Wave. The idea is Bob Ross is being followed by a wave of hammers. You can already see it. And I think I think Nero got that perfectly fine. It's beautiful. So we're trying to escape from this wave. And we have almost done that. Oh my. Now we really need to hurry a bit up. I see. So no more dying, Bob. We good? Oh, this does not look like we're good. Okay, the wave got super close, but I think we can manage. Yes! Oh my god, that's close. But we made it. We made it. Alright, 2 more levels to go. One is a cape level. So what we're doing here is a lot of slow caping. We need to be, the intended way would be being fast here. But instead we want to be, especially in the second half of this, want to be as slow as possible to make it through consistently. Because there's no checkpoints here, we need to be fast. We don't need to be fast, we don't want to die. I'm a bit confused today. Okay, so this is where we're starting to be slow. Get up above these munches. Spikes. Get through this narrow passage. No, we don't get through. Oh my god, oh, that was close to death. The cape does not want just as most of the hack today. I don't know what's wrong, but Bob Ross is not showing his best today. Okay, we're through here. But this we got just as we wanted. Now don't die to that spike, because that's the only thing that can really stop me now. Yes, we got through. Can't cape to the end. And we see what all these levels were good for. A final switch at the end. We did not get the jump. I mean, it's befitting to the level so far, to the hack so far. But we can now finally approach the Devil's Friends. We'll be a bit above estimate, I assume, but I'm sure I'll get that time back on the next run. Okay, in here, so here we have a classic 5-room castle, or rather 5-room dungeon. And that means we got 5 rooms and then a boss. And if we die at any of these rooms, we have to do all rooms again. So here's the 3rd. And oh my god, we died. So we can see we have to do the first 2 rooms again. We have to do the first 2 rooms again. Oh my god. We're dying a lot today. No, we wouldn't have made that jump this time. Okay, so it's time for view of Yoshi again. Hi Yoshi, bye Yoshi. And the final screen, which is actually the easiest room of this castle. And we're dropping to the boss. So the end is approaching, friends. Everyone needs a friend. Even the devil. So, who are these rumored devil's friends? It's Kaizo's most seen bosses, the Resonars. So we have to get these 4 Resonars before they get us. They got us. Then we die a horrible death on the swords, but we get another chance to fight him. Okay, one more. And as soon as we land on these swords, it's time. Okay, we were above estimate. I think basically everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. But I'll be back right after a short break, I assume, to show some more Kaizo, hopefully this time more successful. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the Joy of Kaizo, little pun intended, and you're going to play it as well and get into this awesome Kaizo community we have. Bob Ross is free again. As you can see, there's usually not only the creator, but a lot of people working on this. So, I'm not sure, do we take a short break or... Do I just start away with the next hack? How does this work?
Yo.
Hey.
Hi.
So,
GG.
getting ready for Super Soulsing. Yeah, run was suboptimal, I would say.
Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me, Fink?
Oh, I can hear you again. You cut out for like a second.
Okay, that's weird.
Cut out again.
Okay. That's pretty weird.
Yeah.
Okay. I assume I shall start right away. A short break is good. Okay. So we're going to do a short break, Fieslo says. And then we're going to continue with Super Soulsing. Like 1 minute
Cool.
while I switch layout. Alright.
Cool.
So we'll be right back with a new hack for you guys.